Woo, woo, woo.
Wildfire burn his house down. Insurance ain't gonna pay no phantom man shit. So hold his host to put more liquor, please. Hardworking men ain't got no money in the bank. Yeah. It is. She predicted.
Beyonce lit the fires.
Oh my God.
That's what happened.
She knew that insurance was going to pay the mortgage.
I believe when we were last recording, they had just started, and now over the last week, the wildfires in LA have just devastated.
Right.
I think currently there's like 16 people's lives lost.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
It's up there.
It's crazy. Like it's like something that I can't even imagine. Like going through something like that. Like there's fire. Like that's crazy.
And I have questions because like they're by the ocean. Why can't they scoop up that water?
Well, because the salt apparently can have devastating, like long-lasting effects on the soil. So yes, it'll get.
There's not like a filtration process they could do real quick.
Oh, I don't know about all that, but I know that's why it's not. I think they are now, because now you're like, well, shit, we just gotta get it. But like, I think that's why they're hesitant, and not all aircraft carriers can carry it because the salt is corrosive to metal. So you have to have a special type of.
Yeah, and then somebody flew a drone through one of the ones that was scooping. There was one that was scooping up water and dumping water on the fires, but somebody flew a drone through one of them, and so it was like it was dumping like 400 gallons, it was like not 400 gallons. That's not that much. Like 5 gallons. I carry that. Right. I can do that one in each arm.
Right.
400. Yeah. For a plane. You get a lot of 5 galloners. More than 400.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, somebody flew a drone through one and poked a hole in it. So it was like one of the water planes, and then they couldn't do it anymore.
Oh no.
There's a lot of conspiracies around this fire.
There are a lot of conspiracies.
Some people are saying
C-O-N-spiracy.
Some people are saying Diddy did it.
Oh, really? So tell me about that. I have not heard that Diddy did it.
That he's burning all the evidence. That he's just set fire to everything to get rid of all the evidence for all the crooked people in LA.
Okay. Did he live in LA?
I
guess he has a home there. I always saw him as a New York guy.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe he probably has. I'm sure he does have, because he is an East Coast. Like he was born and raised in New York, but he probably does have a home in LA. I'm sure
there was, and I'm sure there's nefarious things going on.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because you gotta like have a house to go to after like after the Grammy party. Yeah. So I'm sure he has. Silly me to think that.
Some people are saying the government did it, and that there is like some sort of like government train or something. There's a line, or is that what is it?
What are you saying? Maybe we're saying two different ones.
There was a map of like a proposed government something or other in the exact locations that the LA wildfires are currently burning. To make LA like a smart city.
To make that's what I've heard, like to make it a smart city. Like, so instead of like dealing with the pushback of the public, because we're always going to say something and be like, no, you're not selling my home, and having to do eminent domain and go through all this stuff, they were just like, well, let's just burn it.
What if we burn it? What if we cancel everybody's insurance?
Yes.
And then burn it.
Turn off all the water. Just drain it. No, drain it. Fire half of the fire department.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just make it really hard and burn it. So then we have no choice. And then when we rebuild, it'll be smart city.
Yeah.
So that's another theory. Yes, that's the one I heard too.
Yeah. There's a lot out there. It's just, the whole thing is awful.
Yes.
Did you hear about that one mom who had a child star who left? She had to leave him in there.
Right.
The burning house.
Yeah.
He was like, leave me, Mom. And she was like, all right, bye. And like, had to leave him.
She went to go and like.
To tell the fire department.
Yeah. I don't know.
Her shoulder was messed up. So
right.
She couldn't get him to the car.
Right. Oof. But yes, this. I mean, God bless.
Did y'all hear that they got onto Lil' Kim for offering her prayers? And so she said, Lil' Kim made a post, and she offered her condolences and prayed for a monsoon. And people are like, she's doing witchcraft. How dare she wish a tsunami on these people after what they've already been through? And then it's like, some of y'all don't know first of all, some of y'all don't know what a monsoon is. That's a bunch of rain, an unseasonably large amount of rain is a monsoon. A typhoon, that's different. Like, y'all are a little bit, y'all need to calm down. And
because she prayed, she's a witchcraft?
Yes. They're like, she's wishing water death upon the death.
Oh, no.
What was that for?
I don't know who does that. I think sometimes when we act too crazy, like we're just like, whoop.
I don't know. Hopefully we're still going.
Looks like, yeah.
I don't know. I felt bad for her because everyone was like, get her. And she's like, gosh. I literally prayed for like God to take care of it with rain from the sky.
Just a lot of rain.
That doesn't have salt in it.
Exactly.
And that the pressure of it is just fine.
Right.
Like, poor Lil' Kim.
People are crazy. But yeah, it's so sad. And then like if you look at the amount of like celebrities that their houses burn down, so celebrity are not that much of the population, right? So the fact that like we know lots of celebrities' homes burn down can kind of puts into perspective for me of how many people's actual home burn, like other people, like total, not actual home, but like total people. Because I'm like, you can name probably like 20 celebrities. I'm like,
and they all have neighbors.
Yeah. So if you can name 20 celebrities home that's burned down, then geez.
Well, and all the shops and like the animals are showing up, like all singed, and it's awful. The whole thing about it is awful. I get real emotional about stuff. I remember when the Australian fires happened right before COVID, and I was so upset because they showed like kangaroos and koalas and their little pads were burned. I could not handle it. Like,
what's that movie about? Maybe it was volcano, but like it had, because there's like, because a lot of times like it amazes me like when I'll see a video and it's like looks like it's snowing but it's like ash. But what's that movie about? Was it about California wildfires or was it about a volcano? And I remember they were like in ash and stuff and it was all crazy and I was like, what? That's what it really is like, I guess.
Well, I remember vividly that's how 9/11 was. All the ash everywhere from 9/11.
That's true, yeah.
That has always stuck with me. Just like dust and ash everywhere.
Right?
That's wild.
Well, there is a movie, but it's called Only the Brave, and I have not watched that. Not familiar. Deepwater Horizon, Ladder 49. Now I'm just naming.
Now you're just naming firemen.
Yes. Did you ever watch a Backdraft?
Back in the day, yeah.
I don't think I ever saw it. I think I was scared. Just because I just knew it was gonna be like, emotional, like
yeah.
Or even watching like
I think that was like one of those TBS ones I watched where it was like pretty filtered, and you would just take a nap or clean the house anyways.
That would be better.
That's how I did it.
I think that would be better. I wouldn't want to watch it like normal. I'd probably be a ball of mess after.
Like, do I want to watch Precious unrated or do I want to watch Precious the USA version? I'll take the 4-hour commercialized subtler. Water it down, please.
Oh my God, Precious is such. Like, why? That's probably one of the saddest movies ever made.
Literally. Why? I watched Hachi, A Dog's Tale. That's one of the saddest movies I've ever watched.
Why are y'all making sad movies like this?
I can't listen to like sad music or sad movies anymore. Like,
no way.
The earth is on fire. Apparently there's a lady who wrote a science fiction book and she predicted the LA wildfire starting in 2025. And according to her book, we are in for it. Well, they're saying there's a lot of similarities between the past stuff that she's written.
Oh, like who is she?
It was one of the things I was looking up, like LA.
Okay. Well, because the only thing is, I'm like, okay, you predicted the wildfires, but those are a common occurrence. Like predicting a tornado in Texas. Like, okay.
True.
So I need to know more about her prediction.
Yeah, I wasn't a TikTok, like, I literally, like, searched, LA wildfire,
Conspiracy theories.
And that was one of them.
Right.
Like, oh, I don't know.
It's some weird stuff, and I don't know. Okay, but like, so we're talking about this is going to be a thread throughout the whole entire podcast, just conspiracy theories. And so my whole thing with conspiracy theories is I'll listen to them and be like, oh, okay, it's valid or whatever. But my thing is, it's just too many moving parts. It's too many moving parts, and there's got to be a leaky, a squeaky wheel somewhere. Somebody would be like, "No, let me tell you what they had me do." And then sometimes you do have somebody.
They make that person sound
crazy.
They do.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just a lot of moving parts.
I think that the government can do it.
But yeah, I do think.
But as far as, like, I don't know, Diddy creating him from.
And I don't think, okay, so I think, okay, but I don't think it works like the way that we think it works. Like, let's say, so insurance and cancel all these people's fire, like we're not renewing the fire insurance on these. So maybe because I'm sure, because insurance companies are crazy. They're fucking greedy as hell.
Yeah.
Like greedy. So somewhere along the line, they have a researcher working for them. Somebody is talking to like a meteorologist or whether it's like, hey, 2025, these wildfires are going to be like, because they cover stuff like weather and like flood
there's predictions.
And stuff. So what if they are all like, California about to burn, and so they're like, oh shoot, cancel. So what if it does happen, but it happens because of in different ways, not because of like someone's like, well, let me think of this, let me tell you this scheme.
Right.
What if it's simply because the insurance companies are greedy, and this happened because, and I don't know how I can explain away like why are they like. I guess they just cut back the budget on the fire department. Why would you do that in California?
Why?
I don't know. I don't have experts.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, maybe like if it's a small town and y'all really don't have the budget, but in LA when like wildfires, and that's weird.
Yeah.
And why would you cut? And it's a drought, and you drained all the water supply. That's weird.
See, that's why there's conspiracy.
Right.
But the two could be unrelated.
They could be unrelated, and then it just adds. I don't know, y'all. And then too, also,
how did the fires get started?
Right.
And why are they where they're at? There is a lot of questions.
Yeah. Well, I thought that's where they usually. I don't know, girl. I know the Santa Ana winds have a lot to do with it.
They're saying the winds at the time of recording, it's slightly contained, but the winds are supposed to pick up.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's not even slightly contained. It's just not worse, and it's about to get worse.
It's getting worse.
Worse, not good, not great. But there's lots of devastation.
There is.
But one thing,
just living. If you live on the coast, you got to be careful, man. On either coast, West Coast, East Coast, North, South, you got to think about it. That's a hard.
One of the conspiracy theories is that they're burning the coast on either, side.
That doesn't sound
to
very
protect
American.
Our borders.
Nuh-uh.
That's what that was what someone in our Xennial group said.
I'm like, no.
And they were like, protect from what?
Right.
The oceans that are coming to get you anyway.
We see you, England.
You over there, Russia, not over here.
All right. I can see now. Russia, you can from Alaska. You can see that would be like, get the fuck away, Russia.
You're like starting a fire,
right? Because remember when Sarah Palin, the thing I remember about Sarah Palin was they're like, she could see Russia from her back door.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's true.
The way that Tina Fey would say that was like hilarious. But I can see Russia from my backyard.
But it's funny because the part of Russia she sees is like not even the part that
is not the scary part.
Right. Like you're literally looking at Siberia.
Yeah, Putin's on the coast, like
he's on the whole other side of Russia, bitch. Like you were like, ain't nothing going on where you're looking at, sister.
Really cold.
Like, yeah, that's what made me kind of like, I just like tripped myself up because I was really thinking about it. I was like, man, that's like the vast, cold, ooh, shit.
Some stuff has to survive out there, though.
I
don't know.
A woolly mammoth.
Something. Do you believe in Bigfoots?
Feet?
Big feet.
Yeah, do you say big feet or Bigfoots?
Bigfoots.
What'd you say? That's good. It's a family of Bigfoots?
Bigfoots.
Or big feet.
You know what convinced me from the time I was probably like 8 or 9 years old that Bigfoots could exist? Harry and the Hendersons.
I was like, Harry and Henderson.
At the end of the movie,
yeah,
and he walks into the woods, and then his whole family was there the whole time. I mean, they are masters of disguise.
I don't know.
I think that that's just way too much of a coincidence that so many people have witnessed the same thing for them not to exist. And like, there's lots of woods.
Right.
There is lots of woods.
There is in wood. Yes, there is lots of woods.
So
I mean, maybe, but at the same time, leave Bigfoot alone and let him live his life. If he don't want to take a picture, he don't want to take a picture. He said no.
He said no.
So leave the Bigfoot alone.
Leave him alone.
I don't know if I believe it. It's not meant. That's why I think that, like, because people talk about ghosts too. I don't know if ghosts is real, but I know God said this child can't handle it, so I'm not gonna show it to her. So, and he said the same thing about Bigfoot. She can't handle it. I'm not gonna show it to her.
Too much.
So I just mind my business. I don't know. I mind my business.
He knew. He saved you.
Yeah, he did. He was like, she can't handle it. I'm not gonna show it to her. I can't even I don't even like to think like. That's why I don't like to open my mind to that stuff. Cause I'm like, I gotta get these kids up from school. I gotta go record this podcast with Leslie and then show some homes.
Trying to work out.
Right. I don't have time.
TikTok is actually closing.
Exactly. I don't have time for your conspiracy theories. I don't know. It might have happened, but you got my mind thinking I got to go down.
Yeah. Well, one thing that God couldn't save you from was Beyonce postponing her announcement. Out of respect for the wildfires.
And it was funny because whenever I saw that, because I did not stay up until midnight. I was like, I love you, girl, but I gotta go sleep. But when I woke up that morning, I was like, dang it. Oh, that makes sense. I think we all collectively as a beehive was like, what? I mean, okay, but
it's like that meme was like, what? No, they made the rules. That's not fair.
Yeah.
I need to calm down.
Right, yes.
I need to calm down.
Sorry you lost your home. I'm sorry.
Beyonce, what is it? You did see a conspiracy theory about what?
There's all kind, and it wasn't because at first I just saw one video about it, but I've been seeing tons of stuff. But like, it was one site that left their one dude forgot to update or fell asleep and didn't hear the update that she postponed her announcement and was like, submit. And then I guess I don't know, but there's a tour date in Chicago for September 12th or something like that, I think. So I don't know. That's the only one that you see. And then, but I've seen other little clues too. Oh, okay. And then this is insider stuff, y'all. Y'all hearing it here from the podcast. Hey. So I have a cousin, right? And he follows one of
on Instagram. Well, he said that the dancer recently was like, I am renting out a room pretty soon. Does anybody want to rent one room in New York? It's a really nice room, blah, blah, blah. So you got the dancer renting out the room, gonna be gone for a minute. And then you got the few little hints that
it's gonna be a tour.
So it's a tour.
I think it'll be a tour.
I think so too.
It'll be fun.
It will be a blast. So I just need it, like I said. And then it was funny because I saw a video.
Has it been rescheduled yet? Or we're just gonna find out when?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's been. But it's funny because I think I sent you guys a video, maybe it was just Randy, of people like they were staying up till midnight and they were up and then like 11:57 or something. But she did. I was like, dang, but you could have like told us earlier that day,
right?
Like,
why'd you have to make us wait the whole night?
Yeah. I didn't stay up, but
all day that day, I was like, damn, still don't know what's gonna happen.
Right. And then the day before, I was all excited, like I like text my sister and I was like, oh my god, like we have a little beehive group. Me and a few of my cousins have a beehive group, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And we were all like, ooh, and then my cousin, he texted like early in the morning. He was like, she postponed it. And we were like, oh.
But I understand.
I understand.
Yeah.
But
girl,
this ain't Texas. Woo. Ain't no home.
I don't know. If you want to go to that concert, then I think that we're going to go because we are master manifestors, y'all.
Oh my god.
Do you know what we did? We were talking about 3 Minute Baby.
Because weren't we talking about Steve Gutenberg on the pod?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Not on the pod.
We what?
So Steve Gutenberg was interviewed when the LA wildfires started. And the person interviewing him didn't know who Steve
I think he was like a young millennial, so he gets a pass. He was like 20. I'm gonna say he was upper 20s, low 30s. So I can understand if. And then Steve Gutenberg had a hat on, and he's like in distress, so he doesn't look like. I give him a pass for not recognizing.
Not me.
Really?
Not me.
The youngster.
Steve Gutenberg. You're in LA. Come on.
Dude, think about how long ago.
Think about how many other people were around him too, though. Not one person was like.
There wasn't a lot of people around him.
There was another cameraman.
Well, the cameraman can't go, hey. He's like. Filming.
They're not like, what is your name, sir?
They did ask what is. No, the reporter said, what is your name?
And he just didn't recognize it.
And it's just kind of obvious that he's just like thinking that he's interviewing like
a Joe Schmo.
A dude, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't know.
But he's a young dude. And think about how old, like Steve Gutenberg is not like Steve Martin or something like that. Freaking Police Academy, those are like early 90s, late 80s. Dude was probably born that year.
No, that's still no excuse. You need to know. Look up Steve
Gutenberg. That's hard. I give him a pass.
I mean, I don't know. You need to know. You're still used for not knowing that.
Know. But yeah, so anyway, but yeah.
But yeah, they didn't know. And then I was like, I guess Steve Gutenberg was like, it was in 3 Minute Baby, it was Ted Danza and Tom Selleck.
Ted
Danson. And Tom Selleck.
Right.
And they're like, I mean,
they're in their 70s and 70s.
But they were like fine as wine
in
that time.
They really were.
And Steve Gutenberg was kind of like the silly goose.
Yeah, but he was still a cutie.
But he was still a cutie.
Right?
And then we started questioning 3 Minute Baby. Like, why did that mama leave that baby in a basket on their front?
With 3 men?
3 men in a
bachelor? 3 bachelors.
Yes.
Who were known like womanizers. Like, what a terrible mother you are, ma'am.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't know. They were hiding drugs in the baby's formula and stuff, and on a construction site. Like, I don't know. That was stressful.
We need to go back and watch it again.
See, I remember. So Ramelle didn't remember. Y'all know the lore about the ghost in 3 Minute Baby.
Oh yes,
and it's the scene where Ted Danza. I keep saying Danza.
You're like
Tony
Danza and Ted Danza.
Ted Danson's mom comes to visit. And she's walking with the baby from the bedroom out, and you see in the window, it looks like a ghost. And back in the day when we had VHS, you'd have to like pause it, rewind it, rewind, pause, and then, it's too far. Like fast forward, pause, play pause, and you'd have to catch it. But it looked like a ghost. But they always said that it was a cutout of Ted Danson in the window that just made it look like a ghost. And turns out that's correct. But back in the day, you would spend all your time trying to find. I would try to find that ghost.
I did not.
I'd be like, look, it's right there. But I like stuff like that.
Right.
But then we found out that 3 men and a grandbaby is coming out.
3
granddads and a baby.
There you go. I was like, that didn't sound
not right.
I was like, I had to think about it. 3 men and a grand? What?
No.
3 grand, baby. 3. Wait, okay, so it's called 3 men and a baby. So yeah, you're right. So 3 men and a baby. So 3 men and a grandbaby. Right?
3.
I sent it to you. If it's true. What were we looking for?
3 Men and a Baby was 1987, and 3 Men and a Little Lady was 1990.
Oh wow, 3 granddads and a baby.
Wait, is that even real though?
This is saying if it's real, it does look AI-ish. They're cute though.
It is. Oh wait. Oh, that's AI.
Oh.
Oh gosh darn it.
Well, we manifested the AI.
Well, now it's probably gonna happen now because it's a reality. Damn.
Well, if poor Steve Gutenberg wants to do it, he's got a lot of shit to go on. His house burned down.
Yeah, he needs the money, y'all.
That's true.
He needs the money.
Damn. Dang. So I'm just like, dang. So if they canceled your so what happens? So you're just homeless? Did they just you still have to keep paying your mortgage? Ooh. Is it like when you wreck your car without having insurance on it? Like your car's just wrecked, but you still have to pay the loan off? Is that what's gonna happen?
Ooh, that sounds awful.
Right? But that doesn't seem right. Like the house is burned down. But you still gotta, I don't know. But insurance companies are ruthless, so I don't freaking know, man. Those poor people.
Yeah.
Gotta pray.
Yeah. Pray for a monsoon, if y'all know what a monsoon is.
Right?
I saw that. I was like, poor little Kim.
Right.
Thank you for explaining. Well, what else,
girl? So for real, I guess we're down to the last few days of TikTok. It's actually been quite fun. It's fun, watching everybody doing their tribute videos, and I've seen funerals. It's kind of people are giving their last few days a good. They're going out with the bang. TikTok.
I think it's wild.
It's hard to believe. Oh my god, I gotta finish downloading. This is what made me really go, oh my god. This is because when you download your videos that, I'm trying to download the ones that I post. They're downloading without the TikTok info.
Yeah.
So they're letting, and TikTok doesn't let you do that. They want you to know, if you go post this someplace else, that it was here at TikTok.
Right,
first.
You made it here.
Yeah, but they're letting you download it without the. That's what made me be like, man, wow. I think they're really getting rid of this app.
I wonder how it's just gonna just be gone. Are you just gonna not be able to open the app?
Right. And I've heard 2 different things. I've heard that you can still scroll, but then the next time it updates, that's it. It can't update. And then I've heard that no, it's just done. We're gonna wake up on the. I wonder is it the 19th at 12 or the 20th at 12? We can wake up and be like, nothing happened. I don't know. So, but yeah, closer and closer it gets. I'm like, guess we're banning apps and social media now.
Which is so wild because Facebook just announced that we're not fact checking anymore. But because the Chinese government owns TikTok, that's
right. That's the main thing.
Yeah. No, it needs American money.
Mm-hmm. I see. It's so funny because I've seen a lot of stitches with Candace Owens, and most of the people that I follow and me don't really agree with Candace Owens. But she was right. She has a good little rant about just the TikTok ban, and she was giving props to Gen Z for because Gen Z is a lot of the people who are protesting and speaking up and talking about how wrong it is. And then how they're being petty because Gen Z's going to a Chinese app called Red something.
Mhm.
Red, Basically, she was just and she said the same thing. She was like, why is this app being taken? Because it's ran by Chinese. She's like, who's worse, the Chinese or the American CIA? And I was like, oh, nah, Candace Owens being right once in a while. But
even a broken clock is right twice in a day.
But it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't feel very free to me.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And then is the guy, because I didn't follow it that closely, because is it the Chinese? Because isn't the owner from Singapore?
They want to sell the majority they want somebody US based to buy it.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to sell it, which I don't blame him either. I'd be like, fuck y'all, I ain't selling
They're talking about Elon Musk.
Elon Musk and old dude from Shark Tank.
I mean, come
the Kevin
on.
something, and he's a MAGA all the way.
Would it even be worth it to keep it though?
Right. If you're gonna sell it to Elon Musk and old dude from Shark Tank, then no, thank you.
Yeah.
Fine.
They'll just make a new one.
Right. But like, I'm not even mad at. I'm mad that they're trying to get him to sell. You must sell to the American. This is not 1865. That's what I would go off on them.
Yeah.
America. Y'all can't be bullying people anymore. You must sell to us. Whoa, this is my company.
Yeah, like what, they've bullied all the Americans.
Yeah.
So now they
better go. So I'm kind of like glad that the old dude is like, no, I ain't selling. I wouldn't either, sir.
So what are you gonna do now? Go back to Instagram?
No, I'll go to Instagram. Instagram is not my favorite. It's probably my least favorite. I like Facebook more than Instagram, to be honest with you.
I like Instagram.
I don't know. It's so. It's I'm gonna focus on YouTube, and I'll do Instagram.
You guys follow us on YouTube more. We'll do more shorts and stuff,
right?
Because I usually post because we do our song of the day every day to Instagram and Facebook to our stories, and I post mostly on Instagram. And TikTok, but now I'll do
just Instagram, and then I think YouTube is probably better. I think it's easiest to monetize on YouTube, so we might as well put all our energy.
Follow us,
follow
us over there, you guys.
I just find Instagram to be so glitchy to me.
I never have glitches on Instagram.
I find it to be so glitchy, and that's where all the bots are, and the comment section is never vibing as much as its TikTok comment section.
I can see that. I would get irritated at TikTok because you couldn't edit your stuff after you post it.
Oh yeah, after you've got to
it's got to be perfect the first time. Yeah, that is stressful.
Yeah, but with TikTok, I usually don't post the same day. Like I'll usually edit and then save it in my draft and then post the next morning at a certain time. So I've looked over it like 20 times, but that's because I've learned that you can't just post it.
Yeah, you can't be like, oh, I was a little bit sleepy. Yeah, no.
And you've got to post on the right time at TikTok. TikTok, you can't just post on Saturday at 12 because no one will see your stuff. You've got to post it at the right time for TikTok.
It is funny how you can see. Analytics are nuts. Analytics for anything,
algorithms and all that crap.
Yes, that's a wild world out there. I mean, they didn't have all this stuff 50 years ago. You were doing market research, asking people questions that they would answer
at the mall.
Yeah. Yeah. Or call them on the phone. Or what was the TV thing that they wanted to, that you could be a TV person and you got free TV for the year, but they monitored your.
Oh.
What was that called?
Nielsen family?
Yes. Remember when Rosie?
They have that.
But now they have cookies and all.
Yeah, but now
they're monitoring
everything, girl.
And we're scared at TikTok. I did 23andMe. I'm going to have to fight my own doppelganger in the streets in the next 20 years, I'm sure.
Right.
I'm already screwed. What are you going to do, TikTok? You know? So anyways.
Hilarious. For real, because if you have an Asian spy, I think that I would I hope that it is an Asian man with a little bit of swag. That's who I would find it. Not too much swag to where you've been to prison, but just enough.
Maybe some tattoos and a suit.
Yes. Holler at me.
Yeah.
Asian spy.
You work out in some gray sweatpants.
Okay.
Oh. Well, calisthenics or something. I don't know.
Make sure you reach out before the 19th. Does your mama cook? Do you cook?
Ooh.
Asian cuisine? Oh.
I would be in heaven.
Maybe.
Asian food all the time.
Right?
Sounds amazing.
I will go to Japan or China for you, whatever.
Wherever you.
Yes. I'll be like, R. Kelly, do you have your passport?
So I can eat your mama's kids.
Do you want to come to America? Okay.
All right, girl.
You got anything else you want to talk about in these hot topics in this crazy world that we're living in?
Not at the moment.
We probably have days and days worth of stuff to talk about, but we got to move on.
We are.
So you guys anything you into?
Well, I have been pitter-pattering around Fort Worth.
Oh.
And it's actually been quite fun. So I know I told you guys a couple months ago that I was working with somebody doing property management.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm also working with his friend at Martin Lawyers doing estate planning because everybody needs a will. Like,
Man,
everybody is gonna die. Everybody needs a will.
word.
Like, I mean, even if you don't think that you have anything, like, you know, things need to be done.
Right.
And if you don't do it now, then it just costs you in the long run. And anyways, we're working on an estate planning like seminar and going down to the stockyard once a month and hosting it at this place called Horace Hall, which is super cool. But we're working everything out, and I'm really excited.
Do you have a date?
Right now we're penciled in for February 22nd.
Very nice.
So yeah.
So save the date, ladies and
Save the
gentlemen.
date, you guys. We're gonna
some
hang
estate
out
planning.
and eat some food and have a couple drinks, and we're gonna have a band.
Oh wow.
And yeah, all you have to do is listen to like my friend Eric talk about estate planning and why
Right.
you need it. And yeah, so I'll have more details soon, but I've had fun learning about Fort Worth, tromping around in the stockyards, and just kind of like, I don't know, you got to think about doing adult stuff.
Right. Especially if it makes it easier on your family. You don't want to stress them out
Yeah,
once you're gone about like yeah. Like even like just something as simple as funeral arrangements.
exactly.
Stuff like that. And like have like your wishes and stuff like they say if you don't think you have anything, okay, but at least have your funeral planned out so we can know we can honor you the correct way. Like
Yeah.
I would like this to be done and this not to be done. And this is okay, thank you.
Well, and like,
Appreciate
do you want your cousin Brian to have your
Exactly.
DVD collection,
Yeah.
or who do you want to have custody of your children, and
Exactly.
who can make medical decisions for you? And
Right.
there's all kinds of stuff. It's just there's a lot involved, and it seems overwhelming, because it is if you are not prepared and you don't have a professional. And turns out I know a professional that is willing to help
Wow.
prepare you.
Very nice.
So stay tuned and I'll give you more details, but I'm excited about it.
Good.
And yeah, it's been a good time. We have a little flying.
Yeah.
Shoe fly. But yeah, what are you into, girlfriend?
Okay, so I wanted to first off, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City just today had their season finale, and let me tell you, I think this is season 5 for Salt Lake City, and I think that there must be something about a season 5 because
Mm.
that was one of the best episode or best seasons of reality TV that I have seen in a while. And another, the Real Housewives of New York City season 5, great. It was just you had like Bethany when Bethany was cool, and Kelly Ben Simone. Oh my God, Kelly Ben Simone. Ah. Go and watch Real Housewives of New York City season 5, the whole season, and you're gonna be like Ramelle, and I'm gonna be like, bitch.
That's me and Live After Lockdown.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all are talking about season 5 right now, aren't you?
No, she's at
4.
4. I've watched season 5 already. But yeah, Salt Lake City last week, every episode was like, that was the best episode. And then you're like, that was the good episode. And girl, you're crying, it was good, crazy. Those freaking Mormons in Salt Lake City they make good reality TV because they're freaking insane.
Yeah.
Their their thought, it just makes good TV because I feel like most of the country doesn't think like them anymore. So we're like Brittany, she always has an announcement, girl. I have an announcement. Brittany is older than us. She's probably like more like up mid to upper 40s. And she's always got some dumb announcement to the fact where even so the girls are always like, ooh, have an announcement. They'd be like,
what did she announce?
Girl, she announces several dumb things, but the last thing that she announced was she's dating this guy named Jared. She's dating a guy. Remember the Osmond? Remember I told you that it's the Osmond?
Yes.
And she was like, Jared and I do have a physical relationship. And everyone was like,
That is a bizarre announcement.
And then like Mary is just, and she's been like, "Girl, are you okay?" Because why would your grown self make that announcement?
Yeah, who cares?
For everyone to stop. We had to stop. Oh shoot, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh my, it's just gold. It's so if you have a chance to ever, if you're just ever bored, can't think of anything to watch, at least I think you should go back and watch all of the Salt Lake City. But if you don't have time for that, season 5, you'll be fine. Great. So it ended today. We'll have a 3-part reunion, but man, those Mormons make some great chaotic moments. And I would never live there. Never. Ever. Not ever. I would go and visit and observe. I don't even know if I would go. I'm scared of stuff like that.
I'd be so irritated to be in a room of people that are all hopped up on sodas.
And then like claiming not to be this, but then they're all drunk as you know?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't open my mouth to anything. And then they're just, anyway. Yes.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, like, I didn't finish it. I got a good start on it, and then I was like, all right,
it's
whatever.
just, yeah. And just the way I think, like, it would even be hard for me to, like, volley in the conversation because I'm like, I don't think on this level that y'all think of. So I cannot add anything to this conversation. Mormonism is the dumbest shit. I'm sorry, but it is the dumbest religion in the world. It just started. Like in the 70s. Or 60s, I don't know, recently.
It's like a new book.
It's a new religion. It was started in the United States. The United States of America. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
This religion started in the United States of America. So how you gonna sit here and we've been here. And the God just now came? And it was more.
And then told you to marry a whole bunch of folks?
Yeah, and it was the same. And it was dude, and he was like, and we don't like black people. What? Get out of here. So I can't even like begin to like understand or even appreciate the culture. So I think I would not, it just would not be
Not
new
for
to me.
you.
It's not for me, but I would, well, watching it on screen is
From Texas.
yes. Yeah, from Texas is
sometimes I'm
amazing.
Like, should I leave Texas? Do I still fit in here? And then I'm like, go outside. I'm like, it's beautiful out there. But then, like, I don't know, the people are a little weird. I'm used to this kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm used to this.
Yeah, definitely go out and like explore and stuff. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Texas is just home to me.
I agree. Okay, wait, and I got one more thing I'm into. Traitors season 3 just started. They dropped like the first 3 episodes, and I think we're on the 4th, something like that. And I like strategic like games like that, but sometimes I don't really understand them. I don't know, but like I understand it, but like sometimes I don't understand the skills needed for them because I feel like a lot of times like the winners, like I'm like, how did you win? You just like sat to the side. But anyway, but this season of Traitors is really good. Like I feel like it's got a lot of good people, and it's making it fun because it's kind of the beginning of the season, but they're already starting to figure out the traitors. So that makes it like
I've never seen it. Like I don't know even know what the concept is.
I don't even have the capacity to explain it.
Is it kind of like the House of Villains a little bit?
No, like there's 3, like so there's a lot of people, and there's traitors and there's faithfuls. There's 4 traitors, and everyone else is a faithful, but everyone is trying to figure out who the traitors are. And the traitors are blending in, and you have to like fool the faithfuls, and you like have a round table, and you vote people out.
Is it famous people that do it, or just like
the ones that I think that there is one with a version of regular people, but the one I like to watch is the famous people because it's just more fun that way because you already know their personalities a little bit,
right?
But it's just fun. Like last season was cool, but they rarely had any clue of who the traitor. Like it took them a long time to figure out. This year they're like, that's what, remember I texted you and I said that I think it's Dylan Zac Efron's brother is on there. And, you know, I love me some Zac. And at first I was like, but then I was like, oh my god, Dylan, hey, like I love your brother. So then, but then at first I was like, he's not as cute as Zac. But then as it goes on, I'm like, okay, Zac, because he's really smart, and I love me a smart guy. Yeah. And so yeah, so he does get kind of, he's one of my favorites now. So I'm like, Zac, you better ask me out before I say yes to Dylan.
I mean,
you better hurry, Zac.
Talking
because once Dylan asks me out, I can't go back.
Brothers.
Yeah, so you better hurry, Zac. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Please stop messing around.
Yeah.
But he's already like figuring out. He's already kind of like, I'm like, dang. So it's more fun this way because the villains are already like dodging.
Nice.
And they got to be strategic.
Do you know who the villains are?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I don't think I could watch the other ones. I'd be like, I don't know. Like I wouldn't be good. Like, what do you think? Like, could you do like a Survivor or like a Big Brother or Traitors? Could you do one of those games?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I could because I feel like I'm authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my authenticity would come out and like I would play the game well.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think like the Libra in me like can sit back and like see both sides and like I think that I could strategically play the game,
right,
but still be authentic and like likable.
Right.
I don't think I would never be a good heel or a good bad guy.
Right.
I just not
right.
Not in my wheelhouse.
I don't think I would be good and strategic and think like because all of like because like they always have like people from like Survivor on there and they're like, oh my god, this person is like the best gamer on TV they've had that Survivor's had, and I don't think
like the physical stuff.
Physical stuff. I think I'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean, it would be hard, but I could do a lot.
Yeah, I could do that.
Do it.
But like when you have to like think 10, I'm thinking, when they go in their like confessions and they're like, you gotta think 10 steps ahead, and I've been trying to just get through the day, just like a conspiracy theory. I don't have that's too if it's too complicated, I gotta cut it out.
See, and I'd be over there like, I'm noticing that this person and this person are talking way more than they were before, and this and this happened. I think I'd be pretty good at it.
I think I would talk myself into circles. Like, that's what I think I would.
That's why you can't do conspiracy theories because you just
I'd be like the meme of Charlie with all the stuff. I'd be like,
Pepe Sylvia.
Right. I'm like, we got to think out a different way for me to win $10,000.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, let's get some songs or something.
We had a trivia game.
Name that tune.
Right. Y'all doing too much. Way too much.
Well,
that's what I'm into.
Well, I love it, girl. All right. Well, it's time for our Trouble Dipper.
Yay, I know Leslie's excited about this one.
I thought it was fun. So, because there's so many conspiracy theories about the LA fires, I thought our top 3 conspiracy theories we're inclined to believe.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. The Triple Dipper. I'm excited.
Yeah, hopefully. And if you don't hear from us after this,
we were right.
Ooh.
Maybe. All right. Do you have any honorable mentions?
I do have an honorable mention, but it breaks the rule. But I just think this is a great conspiracy theory, and it makes me, the ridiculous of it just makes me laugh, and I love it.
Let's hear it.
That Beyonce is an Italian woman named Anna Marie Lastrassi.
Ooh. So how's she an Italian?
What? That's just a great one.
Didn't we watch Beyonce grow up in Houston?
Girl, I thought I did. Nah, girl, that girl's in Italian. Because remember when Cowboy Carter came out and that song that she sings opera on there?
Yes.
And there people were like, she's never beating the allegations now.
Oh, yeah. It's a signal. It's true.
Beyonce, you're proving there. This is how you sing opera, Italian opera, so fluidly.
Is the black woman? No.
We told
Can't
you.
we?
And why would her but that's just a fun one.
That is a fun one.
I like it. And when she talks, you didn't call her. I mean, I love her, but she sounds country when she talks.
Especially when she's just like talking.
When she's normal talking, she sounds country.
Yeah, like back in the day too, like when she was in Destiny's Child and it would slip a little bit more.
Yes.
She would sound real country.
She sound real country. Y'all try to tell that lady she's an Italian woman. She's like, damn, am I country or am I Italian? What?
I think Jay-Z wouldn't want to hang out with an Italian woman either. I miss my big, black, beautiful wife.
From Texas.
She's larger than life and amazing. There's only one Beyonce.
She has hot sauce in her bag. Right?
That's funny.
Okay, you have any honorable mentions?
I don't.
Okay,
so I'll go first.
Go ahead.
All right, my number 3 is Mattress Firm is nefarious.
Mattress Firm. Oh, Mattress
There is
Firm.
no way that they need all those Mattress Firm stores filled with mattresses with people working inside. There's a Mattress Firm in like every like outside mall. Like there's Mattress Firms everywhere. Who is going and laying down on these mattresses? Who's paying these people's light bills? When's the last time you went to a mattress firm? Let's see how many mattress firms are in the area.
Right? Because if you go get a mattress, you probably didn't get it from Mattress Firm.
Mattress Firm near me. There's 2 on Townies Boulevard.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, why? Why are there so many?
Huh. That's true.
4.2 miles away, 4.8 miles away, 4.2 miles away, 5.6, 6.6, 7.6, 8.1. Why? Stores. Who is working at these places? Who is buying all these mattresses? Well, you buy one mattress every 10 years? There's no fucking way. I'm just saying. Girl, you might be right. There's a lot of mattresses.
I thought you were going to say, I was thinking Rent-A-Center at first, but you're right. No, the Mattress Firm.
Rent-A-Center is an amazing like business model.
No, it's not.
For a money making?
Oh, for a money, yeah.
Mattress Firm is a terrible.
Yes.
I'm going to sell one item that's mildly expensive that you need one every 10 years, and then I'm going to stock whole stores up. And like they're usually in like nice places too. What y'all doing there?
That's true.
Curious.
That's a good one.
Thanks, girl.
Okay. Well, I had trouble coming up with 3 because I just don't believe the conspiracy. So there's only 2 that I believe, but then Leslie helped me come up with the 3rd one. So my 3rd one was that Diddy killed Tupac and Biggie, which makes so much sense. Like, of course, yeah. And didn't he say like, or something I saw like, yeah, because he wanted to like make money. He knew that they'd be more profitable in death. And he had song like the whole like Every Step I Take that he made after Biggie died.
Yeah.
That made tons of money.
He pays Sting like $40 a day to
or something crazy. I thought it was
more $400 a day. I don't know. Any amount a day for a song that's that
because he didn't ask him or something.
I don't know.
I feel like he didn't ask him. I feel like he was just like, I'll use it, and then just took the hit, like got in trouble or something like that. I feel like that.
But that's still wild to be able to like afford to do that. Like,
and then the fact that he was in such a hurry to do it. I think that's what that tells you. Like he just wanted to get it out, and because the death had just happened, so he had to like get it out right then.
I mean, I believe it. I believe it. All right, my number 2. There is some sort of golden juice in Hollywood. I think there is an inner club of people, and that once you get in that club, like you're in and you learn some deep, dark stuff. And that I don't think they're eating babies. I don't think they're eating babies, but I do think that that there is a group inside Hollywood that is
elite.
Yes. And up to probably no good. But any group of elite that you get together like that, I don't know.
I'm sure there's like an elite group of politicians, an elite group of world leaders.
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff.
But like, I don't know. I think that once you're in the club, you're in the club. And that if you are asked to get in the club and that you don't get in the club, they make you look and sound crazy. Or they kill you. Brittany Murphy, Heath Ledger, River Phoenix. There's a lot of stuff.
Right.
So I do think that there's some golden juice. And a lot of actors and actresses talk about it too. What's that old girl? She was in Orange is the New Black. And she got in no, the other one. And she got in trouble for remember she was trying to steal that woman's man and she was like, I bought him a boat. And she was on drugs in her car, and she was mad.
The white girl.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
From It's Hard Out Here for Pimp. What's that movie?
Hustle and Flow?
Yeah. So I was like, what's in that movie? But what did she say? Oh, she said it. What's her name? Yeah, what is her name? Hold on, y'all.
Taryn Manning. Yeah. She talked about the gold juice. Or Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Who knows? All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is the government definitely murdered MLK, Malcolm X, and JFK, to say the least. Those 3 for sure. Probably more others, but those 3 for sure. The government,
yeah, you can't be having people all free and shit.
Coming together.
Thinking for themselves and coming together for the good of everyone.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, get that out of
not
here.
In this country.
No. So
yeah, I believe that too.
Yes. Do you remember LJ? My son is so crazy. I'll never forget.
I don't remember what he said, but I remember it being so absurd.
It was like last year. Too.
Yeah, it was not that long ago.
Because he's gonna be 14 in April, so it was like he's probably like 13 or 12. And we were like walking by a hotel, and it was one of those hotels like with the balcony outside. And he's like, "Ooh, Mom, look at hotels." Like, he's like, I don't think I ever want to stay there at one of those hotels. I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "Because Martin Luther King got killed at one."
This poor baby was like walking around like.
And mine, it's like, I'm not laughing at it. It's just because, like,
of all things.
Right. Like, he wasn't alive when Martin Luther King died.
No.
I wasn't alive when Martin Luther King. But the fact that he was like,
were y'all in Memphis?
No.
He's stressed.
The fact that you're like, why is that the first thing you think of? Like, sir. Are you okay?
Martin Luther King.
And it wasn't like, because sometimes when kids, that's why sometimes I was like, maybe reincarnation is real. Because when kids are little bitty, they do say some stuff. Like Lovey said some stuff that we'll never forget. She got mad at us one time because she swore that we lived in New York. And she was like 3 or 4. She's like, well, remember when we used to live in New York? And we were like, no. And me and LJ was like, we used to live in New York. No, we didn't. Mom, we used to live in New York. And we're like, okay. We're like she lived in New York last time, but like she doesn't remember.
Right.
But LJ was 13 or 12.
Yes.
So like, bruh.
Yeah.
I can understand if he was like 2 and he's like, my daddy got killed.
Flashbacks.
Or it was like Martin Luther King himself, like, oh, hell no.
This is way too familiar.
Right. But like for this like 13-year-old boy, just to be like, born in 2011.
Just scared of motels.
That's how they got my boy. I ain't doing that.
Now you get me though. No siree.
Right.
I do believe the government was involved.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. All right. Y'all ready for my number 1?
Yes.
Mandela effects are real. Mandela effects, I think, is evidence. So, okay. Hold on. Let me go back.
Yes.
Because it's the Berenstain Bears.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Berenstain Bears. It was never the Berenstain Bears. It was the Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain. Who's that? What? So
everyone, they say now it's STAIN. The Berenstain Bears.
STA? Wait.
It's STEIN.
STEIN.
No. I have books back there that say STAIN. It's a Berenstain.
You have the books?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
But I remember Berenstain Bears with an E. I also remember Fruit of the Loom having a cornucopia at the beginning of it. You can't tell me that who makes stovetop stuffing?
Stovetop stuffing? The little hamburger guy? The hamburger helper?
No, that's Hamburger Helper.
What do you mean, who makes it?
Stovetop stuffing. I always knew it as Stouffer's stovetop stuffing. It's Kraft.
Oh.
Kraft stovetop tough? No.
I don't know.
No. Shazam. A whole generation of us remember Shazam, but it doesn't exist. Come on. So I think that all of these instances, because there's some people that do say it was always the Berenstain Bears. And there's a lot of people that say, no. Like, I remember this. But there's way more of us that believe that there was a cornucopia on the Fruit of the Looms. And that, you know, we remember Nelson Mandela dying. That's why it's called the Mandela effect. It's like you remember Nelson Mandela dying when he was imprisonated, and then he died like 10 years later, and everyone was like, I swear to God, he already died.
No, because he came out to be the president of South Africa.
Yeah, but when he died, there was a point where everyone thought that he had died in prison. That's why it's called the Mandela effect.
No, I know that he didn't, because I remember Chris Rock doing a joke about him, about how when he got out of prison, he divorced his wife, and Chris Rock was like, he spent 30 years in jail and was married and came out and so I was very aware that he didn't die.
But I thought that he had already died. I had memories of him already dying before he died. I was like, I thought that already happened.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. But I think that it's evidence of you know, I might lose some of y'all on this, but I think that there's different timelines of reality.
Ooh.
I think that there's multiple realities happening at the same time, and that the majority of us, kind of like a cable, like all make a strong reality that the most of us remembers, and then that's kind of the one that the royal we go with. And it's kind of like string theory, but I don't understand that enough to talk about that. But I do believe that there was an alternate timeline that a bunch of us kids were on, where we all remember the same thing.
Weird.
Shazam was real. You know? Y'all know what I'm saying?
C-O-N-spiracy.
That's right. All right.
Well, my number one is, I don't even know if it's a conspiracy theory. Now I feel like it's a fact. But the government is poisoning us.
Yeah.
They're killing us with our food, with the medicine, everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Big Pharma knows how to cure us.
Yeah.
But why would they cure us
when
you can have insurance?
Really think about, like, when you think about like all the medicines and like all, like when you watch the advertisements and they tell you all the medicine side effects, like it's just all like medicine is made by man, so it's not perfect, so it's always going to have a side effect. So like be really, really, really careful, and like if you don't need to take this medicine, like even I know I'm probably going to like hit some nerves here, but like even like with birth control, you have to like be really careful. That really
birth control tricks your body into thinking it's pregnant all the time.
And then, you know, people get off birth control. Sometimes they have a hard time getting pregnant.
Yes.
And some are better than the others. And so it's just like, and they're like, there's one, I don't know if they still have it, where you only have like 4 periods. Like, I know periods slap women, but we're supposed to have our periods.
Yeah, and that's a good way to tell how healthy your body is.
If you have regular periods, then you are, yes, you are so right about that.
Yes. I think that the food that we eat, the medicine we're taking, I mean, all the plastics that's in stuff, there is no reason for us to be consuming so many items out of plastic.
Right.
There's plastic in everything.
Right.
And then, it's just weird.
And then you hear about people go to other countries and how the food is so different and so fresh. And so,
when I went to Italy, the best meal I had was butter chicken, sauteed spinach, and tomatoes with olive oil on it.
And it's just,
it was so freaking good.
Right.
So good.
Or you hear people like, I know people like go to Italy or Spain or something, and like they're like, I ate so much more, but I lost weight. Well, because probably they're walking.
You're walking
too, but also you're not eating like.
Yeah, there's not soda fountains at every like turn, and
So y'all, we got to be.
Drink your water.
Drink your water.
And just because something's fat free, don't be putting all this crazy stuff in your body. If you're worried about eating red meat and meat and stuff like that, I don't think Morningstar sausages made of who the heck knows what is the answer.
Just eat the vegetables.
Yes, eat delicious food that
don't
you can grow.
Yeah, don't eat I agree. Like, you have to think about how like stuff is made and the processing. Like you said, like if it doesn't have any of this, then what is it? What are we? Is it food engineered? Like if it's some crackers with no sodium or no, what do you call it? Carbohydrates, no carb or whatever.
Yeah.
Like what did they do to make it no carb or what? You just gotta think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shop the perimeter of the grocery store more than you shop the inside of it, like your vegetables and your refrigeration. If it stays for a long time in the shelf life,
probably not great.
Yeah. And not saying that Lee and Leslie don't eat, like, don't be thinking that we're but it's hard because we've grown up eating like that. So you gotta like, and they don't make it easy for you to like grow your own stuff. And they don't make it easy.
No, especially if you're moving every year. You know, you're not growing gardens and being planted and stuff. I don't know. I think that there's lots of conspiracies, like, you know, that keep the royal we down and worried about being sick and you know, all paying rent and paying insurance and If you're worried about all this other stuff, you are not using your brain to expand your mind and manifest some real shit that's going to really happen. You can't. You cannot.
So we're
yeah, money buying happiness. Money does not buy happiness. That's a conspiracy. It buys you freedom to not have to worry about some shit.
Like, you're right. It's not going to like shield me from like loved ones dying and stuff, but the peace of mind that it provides, give me a break.
Do you know how happy I would be to like get to eat sushi for lunch?
Yes. Or have like, or like, you say you have a chef come in here and make you great, wonderful, organic foods that are plant-based.
Or I'm not working a 9-to-5 job every day and too exhausted to do anything when I get home, and I can tend to my garden and make my own food, grow my own food, cook it.
Yes.
I mean, we were not put on this earth to be grinding down through the days, paying stupid student loans with enormous interest rates on them. Like, that was not what we were put. Did you see the sunset this morning? It was gorgeous. What are we doing? That's all. It was a really pretty sunrise.
It was, because you know what? When we left for school this morning, Lovey was like, "Oh, Mom, look at the sky." It was like blue and pink and stuff.
It was.
Yeah. It was.
Like, how could you that's not what we're here for. We're here to like take care of each other. Not everybody. You don't have to take care of everybody, but you find your little tribe and like y'all take care of each other. It is not supposed to be that hard.
Right.
There we go. I could go on.
She probably won't be here next week, so don't.
Yeah.
So, hush, Leslie.
I will stop. All right. Well, you got anything else?
No, I don't. That was fun.
All right. Well, hope to see you guys next week. If we weren't silenced, we probably will be on TikTok. So I'm Leslie. Don't follow us on TikTok because it's probably not going to exist anymore.
Unless it does, then keep following.
And then do
Yeah.
But check out our song of the day on Instagram and Facebook. You can watch us on Spotify and YouTube, and we'll probably like start beefing up YouTube. So please follow us over there. That'd be great.
Yes. Follow your girl Ramelle the Realtor. Same thing. I'm gonna beef up my YouTube, Instagram game, and because you can't follow me on TikTok anymore. But Facebook, you know, that's for the OGs.
Yeah.
But yeah, follow your girl Ramelle the Realtor on those platforms, please.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. Woo woo woo.